Hey guys, how's it going? Well, today's going to be an interesting day. Let me give you the scenario. About 2 weeks ago, I guess, I have this wonderful little coffee place that I go to buy coffee. And they're sachets, right? It's instant coffee, but it's very good. Anyway, so on this particular day, as usual, I went and I found the coffee that I wanted. And I think the owner was training someone right behind the counter. Anyways, the owner was sitting in the little sitting area. The let's call her the trainee was behind the counter. Trainee didn't know the price of the box. I think you get 15 sachets in a box. The owner said, I want to recall, and I may get these numbers wrong, but I think it was $65,000 for 15 sachets. Okay, so I paid the $15,000 or $65,000, and got my coffee and took off. Of course, you know, it's a Ugandan mom and pop operation, so there is no no receipts, anything like that, right? So anyway, off I went, enjoyed the coffee. About 2 weeks later, we get a phone call because they know us, right? Apparently, they made a mistake in the cost of the coffee, and that I owe them $12,000. So I'm to come back and pay them what I owe them. So I'm going there now to have a discussion with the owner, and don't know if I'll be able to record the video, but I'll certainly record the audio. And I want everyone that sees this to please comment on your views and opinions. Okay? So I wanted to give you the background first, and then we will see what happens. So hang tight, I'm almost there. Alright. Approaching the place. I forget the name of it. Hello, how are you? It's called Dynafarm. Like I said, it's a lovely little place. Hello. Is the owner here? Is the owner here? Is your mom here? Okay, because I'm going to talk to her. I have we need to have a discussion. Thursday's here? Because I'm not going to freely give you this money because you were wrong, not you, but not you. She was wrong. She gave me the wrong price. Yeah, she was here and your mom was right there. She was a trainee or somebody, didn't know. She asked your mom. Your mom gave her the price. I paid. Went home. Did you talk to your B-Law guy about this? You should, because you never gave me the option of saying, no, I don't want it at that price. And I really object to the characterization that I owe you. I don't owe you, right? But I'm willing to talk about it, because it at the end of the day, it amounts to $3.40 US. So it's, right? But for me, it's the principle, right? I'm disgusted, actually, that you would actually call, you or whoever, right, and come after me for $3.40 because of your mistake, right? So Just think about it pragmatically, right? Let's say you got into a taxi, right? And you wanted to go uptown, right? Downtown. And you say, how much? And the guy tells you $4,000. And you say, okay, let's go. And when you get there to your destination, he goes, you know, I made a mistake. It's $8,000. What would you do? You're already there. You've already consumed the ride. What would you do? It's the same scenario, right? Do you have a record of this transaction do you have a record or an account of what I paid? So you're just relaying the information, right? Right. So I'll come back on Thursday to have a discussion with your mother, right? I hope that we could come to an understanding, because I would hate to stop doing business with you over $3.40. But if you insist, I will certainly more than happy give you what amounts to $12,000. Huh? Well, I do too. I really do. But your mother needs it. I think this is coming, but it's coming from your mother, so I need her to let it go. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to have, I have to go to other places to find coffee now. You know what I mean? Do you really want to do that? Huh? No, I don't either. Yeah, I don't either. But I'll meet you. But are you sure? Is she going to agree with you? You sure? Are you sure? Okay. Are you sure? Then I won't come back. Now, when she sees me on Thursday or Friday or whenever, will she bring it up? Okay. So I have the money. Well, I have the money. You want me to tell you how I was going to do it? Well, I was going to give you the one that I haven't, and then the rest in coins. And how would you feel about getting this? Huh? But it's $12,000. That's how I felt about the whole idea, right? So in principle, you want 12? Here you go, right? And then now I have to go someplace else to do business. That's not good, right? I still think you should talk to your professor, because this is a great example, business example, right? Of there's a legal, which you have zero ground to stand on, but then there's a moral and ethical, you know, and that's what I've been grappling with for the last couple of days. Is the moral and ethical, right? So that's why I was willing to pay you, but I'm going to teach you a lesson while I pay you. You know, that's the American way. Because I don't want to be known as someone who owes somebody money, right? But I also don't want to be taken advantage of like this, right? Because it's not right. Okay. So thank you for understanding. And I am, like I said, I have one left. So I'll need more. So perfect. So I will definitely come back and buy more, okay? All right. Thank you. Bye. Okay, guys. I did not talk to the owner. I talked to the owner's daughter. And I know you couldn't hear her. But she basically said, let's leave this go, right? And that was really what I was hoping to accomplish, right? Out of this whole deal. And how do I feel about it? I again, as I told her, I have mixed feelings, right? But it's, again, the principle, okay? So what I will do, she wants the money, I'll give her the money. I won't do business with her. If she recognizes the fact that she made a mistake and just let it go, then I'll continue doing business, right? I mean, isn't that the way it should go? But I want to hear your comments and on the whole topic, right? Tell me if I was in the wrong. Tell me what you think about the resolution, how I went about the resolution. I'd be interested to learn from a different perspective, okay? So with that, I'll let you go and have a great day. Thank you. Okay, guys, one last thought before I turn it over to you, the jury, for your final disposition on this scenario. I think to some degree my response to this situation was probably a bit jaded as a result of a similar encounter. I use that as an example with her, but a real life example or occurrence that happened to me a few weeks back in Kenya. Basically, bottom line, you get off the ferry in Mombasa on the way to Diani, right? Got a driver. The driver said it was going to be 3,500 Kenya shillings to get to the resort. 3,500? I said, fine, that sounds great. Off we go. Get to the resort, pulling out my money, 3,500. And the driver says, you know, and by the way, he was working for Bolt, okay? And he, at the beginning of the ride, said, okay, we're going to do 3,500 and I'm going to cancel the ride. You just pay me cash. You know how that works. Okay, so getting ready to pay him, and he goes, you know, I made a mistake. It's not 3,500, it's 8,500. Quite a large difference. Wouldn't you agree? Well, anyway, I was in no mood after a full day of travel. Mind you, I came from Entebbe, Nairobi, Mombasa, from the airport to the ferry terminal, across the ferry, etc. Right? I mean, it's an all-day affair. There was no way on this God's green earth that I was going to pay that man 8,500. Right? Now that turned into somewhat of an ugly situation. Fortunately, the front desk clerk, right, at the resort, overheard the confrontation, let's call it, and stepped in on my behalf and suggested that we involve the police. Well, I guess that was enough for the gentleman, I'll call him that, the driver, to be on his way. So that was a really bad scenario. That was a classic bait and switch, and I was not at all happy, right? So I think I had that in my background, or you know, that memory in my back of my brain. When I got this phone call saying, "Hey, we charged you the wrong price. You owe us 12,000." So that may have something to do with my response. But again, you know, I put this out. I think it's a great example. I'd love to hear what other people think about this scenario. So please feel free to comment.